2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 29, Haskins. And this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Lock in, lock in. Mike 56, Mike 56. What we got, what we got, what we got?
Here's Trubisky. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Showing it. Showing it. Kill.
On third down, Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Check, 59. Run.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Let's get off the field, D. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run. Run. Blue. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Hey, echo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Stop your whining.
Trubisky will throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Watch the run.
Now it's Trubisky. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Gunnz. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Now we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Oh, he sheds himself free. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Trubisky. It's complete to Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Redskins take over. Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch twist. It's great. 49's the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
Again, they run. Again, it's Gunnz. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Alert.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the safety creep. Check nickel.
They stay on the ground. Gunnz again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Gunnz. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Give me that ball, defense. Slam, slam. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Gunnz, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance,